strange comeback of Fortnite. Fortnite did have a crazy comeback, but like, I don't know. Ever since the OG season kind of disappeared, I haven't really been playing. I don't really know. I guess, do any of y'all like actively play Fortnite? I feel like I've been seeing more streamers and stuff play it. Maybe that. I've been seeing more streamers play it a little bit. Fortnite fell off after season OG. I wouldn't say that because there's a lot of people that still watch it. Like even on Twitch, I was surprised. There's a lot more people. Kinda, yes. I do not. Nah. Yeah, no. I haven't been playing it recently. But let's see. They did have a lot. The OG Fortnite is really crazy. Like people were saying it to them for years, and they were just not bringing that shit back. I remember they said they never would, and then look what happened. They bring it back, and everybody came back. All right, let's go though.
Fortnite made a crazy comeback, and no, it's not just because of OG Fortnite. For several years, this game has been on a steady decline, reaching its lowest interest just right before it peaked to the highest player count it's ever been in. But Fortnite's actually been setting itself up for success for about a year.
I feel like it was because of OG. It was definitely because of OG. That's a factor of it, okay? That was a factor of it, 100%.
Before OG Fortnite came out. So my goal for this
video
is
only
to
play because of collabs? No, I swear, like, I remember when Fortnite first dropped collabs, like, it would be specific skins, and, like, everybody was hyped for that shit. Like, when they did the Travis Scott thing, that was rare. And, like, nowadays, bro, it's just, like, they're just adding characters. It's just adding.
And how Fortnite,
which I feel like it kind of ruined the mystery when they just started adding everything.
Game that everyone seems to praise now. So starting at the very beginning, Fortnite took off almost immediately after the Battle Royale mode launched back in September of 2017. In my opinion, I think that the reason it got so popular was because of how innovative it was. It wasn't even an original idea though. Before that, you had the Battle Royale styled games like H1Z1, PUBG, and even Minecraft.
Nah, but the thing is about those games, I don't think they were like on consoles. They might have been, but they weren't as popular. It's only Gen Alpha. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but like I don't know. I don't play it.
Survival games, which was low-key the GOAT, but I'm gonna talk about that in another video. But anyways, the reason Fortnite was so innovative was because it took the addictive and unique idea of these games, and it just turned it into something that was a simple, easy to understand experience that almost anyone could enjoy, which is why I think it went so crazy in the first place. That was just the
interesting video imagery.
Beginning though, big Fortnite YouTubers at the time like Myth, Tfue, Daquan, and of course Ninja were keeping.
Bro, I miss Daquan. No, where is Daquan at? Uploaded 2 years ago, and before that he uploaded 3 years ago. Damn, he doing a Corey? No, this is beyond a Corey. I think he just quit. Well, yeah. 3 or 4 uploads in 4 years is so insane. And look at his views. He was getting views too. This man made a video 4 years ago about where have I been. He was doing good. Daquan was the only Fortnite streamer I watched. He made shit like mad entertaining. It kind of reminds me of like what Jinxie's doing now with like Rainbow Six Siege and making it like really entertaining for people. Some people didn't even care about the game until like Jinxie made it or started playing it or whatever, got popular, whatever.
The game alive and relevant on the internet. Everything changed though when Ninja somehow managed to get the biggest rapper of the modern age, Drake, to play Fortnite with him on a live stream. Now this is actually insane, and this was probably the start of the having rappers on stream trend that we see today. Obviously this broke the internet and broke the Twitch live streaming.
I never even thought of that. Like it wasn't Aiden that started that. Technically it was Ninja. He was the first one to have rappers and stuff like that on stream.
Record while having over 600,000 people in the stream. And of course, this brought a new wave of popularity to the game. It wasn't just the community keeping the game alive, however. The developers were really tapped in with this player base too. Consistent and quality.
Why y'all saying, huh? I'm confused. What are you talking about?
The updates were probably the #1 thing that I'd say kept the game alive and fun. I remember back when the first big map update came out and half of the lobby would drop at Tilted Towers, and that shit was actually insane.
Nah. Hold up. Not the lobby. Real ones remember this. Not Tilted. I mean, if you was there for Risky Reels, challenge, 7 chests, you're a real one to me. You're a real one. I remember that shit. We're connected off of that, okay? If you completed the challenge, you were there. That's all that really mattered.
Lots of content would be added to keep the game fresh, but the simplicity of the game stayed the same. After this point though, things started to change. The Fortnite storyline would be introduced, and I don't know if y'all remember, but back in like season 3, there was this conspiracy thing of a rift opening up in the sky, which turned out to be an actual thing.
I remember this.
It started out as speculation.
It used to be all the pages.
The first big event, which would become a big thing throughout the rest of Fortnite. Now, whenever the next season dropped, one of the OG Fortnite spots that was one of my favorites, by the way, got fucking blasted by a meteor, and I was low-key some bullshit. But for the most part, the season was still pretty fire. Fortnite.
Yeah, Dusty Divot is so trash, or was so mid. Like I did not like Dusty Divot. Flush Factory was cold as hell. The thing is with Flush Factory, People didn't really go there. Did people go to Flush Factory? No, nobody was going there. It was low-key like that spot you went to, and like everybody else was going to Tilton and stuff, and you just went there to like loot up.
I also got introduced to
The
mobile
CD Pro
around
was so
this
much
time,
better.
which opened up a whole new player
Yeah, no,
base of
I was
people.
not
And I don't know
rocking
if
with
anyone
Pivot.
has the same experiences, but bro, just the feeling of being in class and having the whole class around you when you're about to get a win, and then you win, like bro, that's gotta
Y'all was playing in class? That's why it was cold though. Yeah, true. It was like that spot you landed. Like that spot you landed, you wanted shit. Nobody got there. Nobody was there.
be one of the best feelings in the world. From this point on though, things started to take a turn for the worst in my opinion. Every single update that came out, it would start to get wilder and wilder until the point where it didn't even seem like Fortnite anymore. And on top of that, the simplicity of the game that made it so popular was starting to dwindle down. At the same time, people were getting cracked at the game, and for casuals, you could even play a game without a dude building a castle every time you shoot a single shot at them, which is what I think.
Do y'all really think like Fortnite would be in the same place if they didn't add like playground mode? Because everybody says playground mode and creative mode. Everybody just learn how to build and ruin the game. I feel like the game wouldn't be at the same spot though. Like it wouldn't have been at the same spot. It would have low key. If they didn't add it, I feel like it would have fell off faster. Cause like I don't know, in some type of way, people wouldn't learn how to do, and people would eventually be bored and just quit.
It turned a lot of people off. And
Not
even
the
me
mechs,
for a
these
while.
almost killed the game. No, the mechs. That's when everybody was like, okay, what are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know why they ever. And they allowed it in competitive. I remember they allowed it to be played in competitive. Ridiculous.
Time because it just
Season
feels
10
like
was
you
tr-
can't
I never
compete with
played-
that.
Season
After
X
some
was
crazy
when I
events
quit
and
after
stuff,
that.
new chapters
I
would
barely
come out
played.
and it would be a nice breath of fresh air because it would bring back the simplicity, but it never lasted long because it would just get littered with some bullshit. Like bro, what the f was this? And these events,
Wait, what is that?
they never lasted long because it would just get littered with some bullshit. Like bro, what the f
What map is this? I was not playing. I don't think I was playing. What is going on? What the hell? Bro, there's like a desert right here, then a beach next to a desert, and then a beach right beside a desert, and a forest is there for some reason. And then what is this, bro? The Thanos f***ing nut on the map?
What was this? And these events were just getting wild. But yeah, as constant updates came out, it low-key was just getting overwhelming with all the random stuff they would just throw in the map. Nothing was coherent or made any type of sense in any way, because you would just have the volcano Spider-Man city next to the Seaman Sanctuary. And like as far as the storyline goes, like what was even happening? We had the Jizz Queen for a while, I guess, and then every single time
I don't
a
know
chapter
any of
would
this
end,
stuff.
we'd have some epic galaxy island flip explosion, and then boom, Mr. Beast.
Do you remember the Infinity Blade? Yes.
I guess the best way I could describe it is it felt like they were adding a lot, but nothing with actual real substance. Like back whenever they had the first major update where it added shifty shafts and tilted towers and all the other stuff in the OG map, it genuinely
It's just like yeah, it was simple.
felt like it changed a lot without ruining the core gameplay or feeling that Fortnite had. If you take a look at Google Trends, you can clearly see the slow decline of the game's interest, and overall I think that was
Damn.
simply just a result of poor updates. At some points when new chapters would come out, the game would be kind of fun for a little bit, and after that it just started to get boring again. When chapter 4 released, I think that's where everything began to take a turn. The beginning of the chapter started out basically like how every other one does. I think the first major thing that stands out about this chapter was
Oh, this one they added Deku. I remember this.
the special items. Like at first you had the My Hero Academia thing, and then also the hammer, which is still to this day one of
What is this hammer?
my favorite items that has ever been added to.
What the What? Please tell me they didn't allow this in competitive. Please tell me they didn't allow this in competitive. The shockwave hammer, please tell me they didn't.
Fortnite. It was actually goated. But anyways, they just made the game more interesting. Not necessarily
Okay.
because you had all these.
I can't
super
say anything
OP
on this
things,
'cause I
but
wasn't
mainly
playing.
because they can completely change the way you play the game. Pretty much every single season, you would get some sort of new mobility item.
They
They
did.
all acted different, but they were super fun to use, and also it just speeds up the tedious process of getting around the map. It just makes what you do 90% of the game anyways actually kind of fun. I hardly used most of these items for combat in the first place. Most of the time, it was just the travel to get out of sticky situations.
Oh, I remember the spider one. I think that's what I played this season a little bit with the spider thing. That thing was too OP. Like I would just like fly. My friend would be across the map, I would just fly there and just help him.
Like at one point, there was a season where we had both the ODM gear from Attack on Titan and actual lightsabers. And like at the time, I for real can't describe how cool that was.
Coolest shit I ever seen in my life. Two clone troopers going at it. One of them is using ODM gear. Dodges the bullets. Attaches to my structure. Swings around like Levi Ackerman. He lands in my build like he's Batman. Right?
It's ridiculous. Nobody would have ever thought Fortnite would be like this in 2017.
To throw me off the fucking map. This is sweetest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Whenever the seasons progress is when things really started to go left from the other chapters. Instead of taking, they actually made changes that sort of halfway made sense and that weren't completely incoherent. Every update added something in a way that made it feel like the map was evolving and not just like they threw shit onto it. In the second season, they replaced the
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
locations, including the beautiful mega city, and they did all that while still making it feel like it fit into the map seamlessly. And the next season, they replaced the middle part of the map with a jungle that had abandoned temples and dinosaurs. Now, to be completely
What the okay, for y'all playing here, was this good? Like, at this point, I'm like, what is going on? There's no, like... it's just like the lore is so confusing to me. I feel like it was horrible. Everyone hated this. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, this dinosaurs. Could you ride on the dinosaurs around? I missed out on in so much.
Be honest, it's
I'll
not
take
their
the
best
mechs over
work.
this,
It was
to be
kinda
honest.
but I mean, it was still cool. Let's be real, and it's still kind of fitting with the theme of the rest of the map. And then finally, the last season added these like luxury heist type of locations, which I thought were lame at first, but after I played with them, they
It kind of looked cool.
actually ended up
Kinda
being
look
pretty cool. And not to mention the rocket ram and the witch broom, which were just a couple of the main special items that season, were actual flames, bruh. Now, the most important and the greatest thing that has ever been added to the game, in my opinion, was rank play. Now, I'm not saying it was perfect, because it was definitely
Nah, ranked is toxic. I'll try to play with my friends. They're in like, my friends are like super Fortnite sweats. Like, they still play to this day. They're like literally Fortnite sweats. I get in that shit, I immediately die. I'm like, I can't play this.
Scuff. But like, this is what should have been in the game at the very beginning. This pretty much solved the main issue.
Yeah,
I had
every
with the
game should already
at the
have a
time,
rank.
which is that there's not really a point of playing much because you just get put inside of a match with a whole bunch of bots for 90% of the game until you end up getting killed by someone who's actually cracked in the final circle. And it just felt like there was no real progression other than the battle pass and your account
Ranked was
level, which
kinda
weren't
ass.
actually based on your skill. And
I feel like, but ranked in any game makes it better. Because imagine you're playing, you're very good at the game. Even if you don't want to go pro, you're really good at the game. And then you're like, damn, I have to play in the general population with the people that are ass. Nah, I want to play ranked. Like, if I play a normal Battle Royale game, even though I haven't been on, I guarantee I could probably win. In at least the first 3 games. Because they're just like, people are just so bad. It's like kids playing. It's literally kids playing.
that's where I think rank play comes in. In case you aren't aware with how it works, basically your first match in rank mode determines what rank it puts you in. Depending on how you perform in matches from that point on, you'll either move up if you go crazy, or you'll move down
AI
if you're
players,
S.
it probably
Even
is.
as a casual player, it's one of the main reasons I played so much since it came out. The last thing I noticed during the season was that it felt like they were focusing less on the storyline and more on the gameplay itself, specifically just the fun of it. Over time, there's been less story stuff going on, and there was even an ending event for the chapter 4 leading into the OG season, which just got obliterated into the Shadow Realm and nowhere to be seen. Now, I guess a lack of
Honestly, I kind of respect them, like, leaving out the lore, because, like, after a while, people stop caring about that shit. Like, are they still doing the lore nowadays in Fortnite? If they're still doing that, they need to quit it. Because people, like, the storyline got too confusing. At first, people followed it, but then after, it's like, nobody really cared.
focus on the storyline can be seen as a bad thing for people who really care about that. But I feel like if it means that they can focus on the rest of the game more,
Yeah,
then
you
that's
focus
all that
on-
most people will care about. While
the
Fortnite
hell?
popularity was still
You need to
actually
focus on
surprisingly at its
actually
lowest
fixing
point
bugs
in
and stuff.
history, I believe that they were just setting themselves up for a crazy comeback while also cooking up some crazy stuff for creative mode. But I'll get back to that in a bit. Also, I'm hella sick right now and I'm adding this after editing. But I also forgot to mention how important collabs were. I think they were a huge part of what kept people coming back to the game, and also probably
The collabs is single-handedly what's carrying Fortnite right now. Okay.
Actually, Tommy, I still play Fortnite right now, and you're actually very wrong. Fortnite season's very good right now at the moment. Maybe you get on.
I'm not getting on, bro. I'm not getting on, okay? Collabs is definitely, people is getting on. People are getting the collab skins and stuff. They're getting the little ticky-tack dances, and then they're playing.
introduced a lot of new people to the game. But yeah, let's get back into it. Now, finally, the moment y'all have all been probably waiting for. We got the OG Fortnite season. Now, this one skyrocketed the popularity of Fortnite higher than it's ever been. I honestly don't know if they even planned this
They added
season for
fucking
long
Peter
or not,
Griffin, man.
because it seems like they just kind of put it out there. But I mean, whatever the case is, it worked. This season brought back the beloved map from the first chapter of Fortnite. Throughout the
Classic.
next month, it cycled between some major map changes that happened.
And remember, the OG season also revived careers. Like, I remember seeing Ninja more. Who else more? All the old Fortnite creators. Tfue more. I was seeing all of them. Nick A30. Y'all remember the Nick A30 family-friendly swearing meme or whatever that was going on? I don't know what happened to that. Or I'm the king, whatever, that whole thing. It was like reviving people. And then now I don't see Ninja as much, so. Yeah, shout out to Ninja though.
In the original. But what I find interesting is that they didn't follow through with everything exactly like how it was originally. So for example, instead of adding all the map changes in each update, they just took some of the best and most like parts of the seasons and then added them in. They also even kept some of the features from the newer
I kind of wanted the OG map though. I kind of wish they did that. I feel like, but I mean, it was cool that they include everything.
There's like super sprinting and sliding. Now some people were crying about it
Fans
because it wasn't the exact same as the original. But like, bro, who honestly cares? They literally took the best of all worlds and combined it into one. And overall, the players definitely enjoyed it because the game hit their concurrent player count peak of 44.7 million players at the same time, over 5.5 years after the game had already launched. Now, if this doesn't show that doing what your fan base wants sometimes is a good idea, then I don't know what is. It's also great because it seems like they've been a lot more involved with their community, which I would only imagine means better things for the game in the future. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is how crazy the creative mode is. It started as just a little fun side mode that was very limited for several years, but now within the past year or so,
I remember I had like a creative map. I don't know if I can find it. I'm gonna show it on stream, but I could have been I heard the people that make the maps and stuff on Fortnite are like millionaires. Is that true? If so, hey, that's my new job, yo. It's GG's for this. It's GG's for this. I'm switching.
well, it seems like they've been working a lot and investing a whole lot of money into it to try to get it super huge. And I'm pretty sure Fortnite's goal is to steer
I'm about to start
away
making
from
maps.
just being a battle royale game. I think they want to expand into other territory, kind of similar to how Roblox is, where you can basically play whatever.
But I don't like the UI. I don't like how they have it. This is the main problem. Like, y'all seen Fortnite's UI, right? It literally looks like something meant for an iPad kid. Y'all have seen it. It looks so ridiculous. I miss when it was simple. Like, y'all remember when the shop looked like this? When the shop was just shit like this? Like, it was like 3 items. It would refresh every day. I used to be sub to channels. I used to be sub to YouTube channels that would like literally tell you when the new shop came out and what it was. And they had like outfits and a couple dances. Now, if you scroll on that shit, you're scrolling for like a solid minute, looking through skins and stuff. It's overwhelming. This whole shit, and then you could scroll down and there's like even more games. It's like so confusing. They're trying to make it look like Roblox. They quite literally are, but it's just, I don't like it.
Game you want. Now, I'd imagine this is good for them because it allows them to have more versatility and a lack of reliance on one mode. I think it's pretty clear that this is where the future of Fortnite is heading, because at first they created the Unreal Engine for Fortnite, which basically allowed creators to be able to make nearly any type of game that they want, kind of like how Roblox
that's cool.
is again. And
that's
also
cool
because they've been adding their own hugely successful modes like Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, and even the Guitar Hero mode. Even simple maps like the Only Up one that came out were competing with the
I didn't even know that was
some of the legit battle royale modes, having over 100,000 players at the same time in just a creative mode, which is actually wild. After the OG season ended, the popularity obviously fell a bit, but even almost 2 months after that happened, the average player count is still about double what it was back in October. I've seen a lot of mixed opinions on the new chapter, mainly due to its lack of simplicity, but even then, just them focusing on making the gameplay more enjoyable and making updates that are actually...
I think it's kind of a trail because like people started playing, people who came back started playing, and then some of them probably stayed playing, but then a lot of them probably left. Like casually, slowly, it's gonna keep going down, and then eventually people won't care. And once I think they're trying to do a process. Once they revive it, because they say they're bringing it back like November or some shit, like every year, then people are gonna be interested, and then it's gonna be like a cycle.
Porn is clearly helping a lot to maintain.
I'm a good ass business. I can analyze businesses. I can tell.
This past year just improving the game, then dropping the OG Fortnite season, which brought a whole new popularity to Fortnite from here on out. It's not just the battle royale mode, but also the creative mode. They've already announced that they're going to be bringing back the OG map at some point this year. So even if the game ever starts,
they're trying to have like
they basically have a cheat code to keep saving the game if they really need.
Hey, you can read my mind, man.
Really though, I don't even think it'll come down to that. All they have to do is just keep doing what they're doing and keep making the game fun and fresh. And I don't think it'll truly die anytime soon. But yeah, y'all, this is my new channel and I appreciate the love and support on my...
Wow, that was a good video, bro. Here, I'm gonna send a link to the channel. Y'all go, you know what I'm saying, check that out, bro. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I still think, okay, actually, overall the game didn't fall off, okay? The resounding air around things it's definitely falling off after OG Fortnite. Like, people are talking about it less. But when they bring it back, people are gonna be talking about it, and then after, it's like, boom, people aren't. But, yeah, if you're watching this on the tube, join the Discord.